Hi guys, it's Simon at Kairos Capital Markets. Today I'm going to talk to you about trading triangles and how I actually trade them. So on the screen at the moment we've got the pound yen 4-hour chart as of from middle December 2016. What drew me to this attention was actually the daily to start with. If you look at the daily, we went at some form of key level, it dropped down, then there's two little strange candles here, didn't really move anywhere. For me it goes, what happens on the intraday? What's happening here? What's forming here? As you can see, we are in a strong upward trend here since November. So obviously I'm expecting a pullback at some point, but when, I don't know. So I'll drop down to you today. If you notice, the 21st was around this area here where the triangle had actually formed. So you've got the base there and you've got the lower highest cone in there. Now for me personally, I don't trade breakouts. I'll explain why as well. The candle broke out here, the 4-hour candle broke out here. You could have took the trade there, no problem at all. But the question you have to ask yourself is, well, where do I put my stop? So let's say we just enter the trade there. Where would you put your stop on this trade whatsoever? Well, personally, it needs to be above the 4-hour 50, as it's shown some form of break of it. It may come up to retest it. It needs to be above the triangle. So 90 pip plus a bit of spread, you're looking for about 100 pips, I would say there, because you've got to add in the spread as well. There's your 100 pips. Your limit, I'll show you how you set your limit, but your limit would have been around about here somewhere. So you're looking for about a 2.14% trade there. Not bad. If, like I said, if you went on this red candle here, it's not bad. You know, over a period of a couple of days, that sounds quite good. But unfortunately, the break of the triangle doesn't always mean it's going to go that direction. It could be a thing called a fake out. Let me explain the reason why. As you can see, the trade came down, then came back up, it did. Now normally, if you go a confirmed triangle break and retest, you want to test the backside of the triangle here, you at the base of it. Or maybe the trend line, depending what way the triangle is. I can show you both later on. Here we tested the 4-hour 50 with a nice little doji candle. Now again, if you took the trade here at the close of this 4-hour candle here, you can still get away with a 100 pip move. You've got plenty of room for your stop protection there, and you can still get out around about 2%. So the break and retest actually gives you a much higher chance of winning with very little loss whatsoever there in this scenario. For me personally, I wanted to test the backside of the triangle, so I was looking at an entry around about this area up here somewhere, a tighter stop, purely because we would have actually tested it and proven the triangle, and this is how I make my money. There's a 4.5% trade, no problem at all there. The reason why I didn't want to take off the 4-hour 50 EMA is if we just follow the EMA back down, you look when it got last respected. I mean, we're on a long one, like it just zip through, a little bit of respect there, zip through, a little bit of respect there again. As you can see, it goes up and down. It may use as not a direct area, but more of a zone type area. And this has happened all the way through for a long time. As you can see, here it respected it, but look where the stop was here. It's miles down there, miles away there. And again, my limit was out before the actual 4-hour key level there. So that trade there was, I won't clear 3% trade. So this is why I do the breakout and retest of a triangle. I prefer it that way. Now I'm going to show you another break and retest where it saved me money and also earned me at the same time. We're looking at the Australian stock market here, okay? So as you can see, this is the daily chart. We are in a triangle here, and here's your fake out there. Now some people say, well, why didn't you take it there? Why not take the trade here? It looks quite a good opportunity to take the trade there. Let me show you something. The weekly chart. You can see there's a weekly 50 EMA in the way. It never tested it. It just broke in and broke back out again. I was waiting for the retest, you see. This is what I'm waiting for all the time. And on the monthly chart, look at the monthly trend line here. You're just coming down to test it pretty much, and the monthly 50. So remember, use multiple time frames here. Don't just use one time frame. But on this trade here, though, if you look how beautiful this was, the trade come up, come out, then come down to test this area here, and then come back up again. My limit on this would actually be the previous highs here of around about just under 6,000. If it was me personally, 5,950 would be a beautiful place to take a trade there, as a limit. 5,950. There we are. The reason why is because every single time it has pierced through it and come back down multiple times. that is where I'd put my price for a limit here. Simple as that. How would you trade this one? Quite simply, you see the nice little candles here, nice and beautiful. No, you want the other way around for that, don't you really? You want to buy this market, not sell it. Pop it in about there somewhere. There we are, off this little green candle here. I'd have my stop. You can have your stop there, no problem at all. Let's put in 5950. And there you have a 6% trade, possibly over a month or so. You can obviously tighten the trade. You could have stop clipped it and put it there, but I felt that the 50 EMAs went out there. But as we pop back up, yeah, it's a good little trade. You don't need to take many trades to make money, guys. You just need to make the good trades and wait for the break and retest of triangles. Again, if you went in here and just entered there straight away after it fell, you'd have lost your whatever risk you put on the trade, no problem at all. So I hope that helps you there, and I'll see you around soon.